So now let's go ahead and apply some texture on this stone wall. For that I'm using the tree and texture brush. Just like that, gonna load in more of that color. So I've added more of water to it, just so that the paint sticks to the paper. Now let's go ahead and apply that texture to this path over here. Penetrate into the puddle. Load in more of paint, and I'm just using this brush and using it in a certain angle so that I get fine textures of stones, mud, sand, everything on the path. Okay, something like that. And I want it to be slightly darker near the puddle. Something over there, and yeah. With add some more of that color, just go over here very lightly. Maybe I'll paint in this stone wall too. Just adding in some textures very lightly. That itself creates the stone wall. Look at that, just like that. And then we come to the grass. So I just switched over to grayish green color and just working with that. Okay, tap it off, remove excess paint from the brush. Just like that over there. Just making it look realistic by adding in some texture. But don't do it too hard. And same over here too. I'll just continue with that. And some over here too. Just like that over there. Now to the same color which I painted the texture for this, I've added in more of black. Maybe more of black is needed. Okay, something like that. And don't apply too much paint. Just doing it like that over there. It's slightly denser. And sort of get that texture by experimenting with stuff. I might need darker color from there. Yeah. And let's go over here too and just drop in some texture, and I might add in some highlights for this. Okay, something like that, and it'll be dense there. Sort of give the connection there. And let's come over here too and just drop in that same textures of grass. Okay, something like that. Just doing it very quick. So now with some black on my rigger brush with some water, let's come right over here and just carve in stones. We start off from here so that I get a better idea. Something like that over there, and you can create all sorts of shapes and stuff. Might lighten that up. Okay, something like that over there. And go back to the darker color. Okay, let's drop in, create all sorts of shapes, different sizes. Don't things to be symmetrical over here, at least not at this point. If this point it works well, then the things will happen automatically. Okay, something over there. Just dropping in some shapes of stones. Okay, then another one. Maybe it resembles a rectangle. So, just like that. and another stone, maybe that's divided. Create all sorts of stories when you're doing this. Okay, small one, then again a bigger one, then here too, that just like that. So now let's go ahead and add in some detailings on these stones. Okay, over there and switch it over to a darker color, sort of adding in some depth and detailings and color. Okay, something like that, and some over here too. Okay, and switch over to another type of tree and texture brush. Okay, something like that over there, just sort of making them well, not that well defined there. Okay, and some over here too. Okay, something over here too, creating that texture of stones. So now let's go with another coat of brown and black on my tree and texture brush without cleaning the brush, and you can even skip some spots indicating some light. Okay, something like that over there, and some over here too. Maybe I need to differentiate that, and that helps. Just manipulating the painting. Okay, something like that. So now I've just taken in some white, and let's come right over here. Maybe that's not enough. More of white, just sort of to indicate some highlights on these stones, and maybe some over there and some over here too. Okay, something like that, to make it look natural and to get that texture. If you get that texture, things will look natural automatically. Okay, something like that. And let's go over here and just pick out some 1 or 2 rocks. Just drop in that highlight with that same tree and texture brush, picking out individual rocks which are near to us, just picking out some individual rocks and stuff. So now for the rocks over here, I'll just take in the detail round brush and sort of pick out some individual rocks there and just drop in some highlight to them. You could even make use of the liner brush, and to get that fine details, I'll drop in some over here too. Okay, something like that, and maybe just the top part's gonna get that extra highlight. And I find that there is no highlight there, so I'll just drop in some. Okay, something over there too, something like that, and just tap it to get that overall effect. Okay, something over there and some over here too. Some white on my angular brush. I'll just come over here and drop in just some highlights to this puddle. Okay, go real quick and just sort of blend them together. So now it's in brown and black. I'll just come over here and drop in that color in the opposite direction. And I'll take in some more of that white color. Just drop it in there. So now I've taken in more of white. Let's drop that in over here. Okay, that's enough. And I'll just take in some white color. Just sort of drop in some ripples. That, and bring that, make it look irregular. Just like it over there and something like that, making it look irregular. So now it's in black on my filbert brush. I'll come over here, just indicate some part of the land into the puddle. Okay, something over there and some over here too. Okay, and same thing on this one too. Load in more of that color and just go ahead with that. Okay, something like that, and same thing on that one too. So now it's in, that's more or less the same color. I'll just come over here and drop in some highlights which was missing there. Okay, something like that. And some over here too, some highlights. So now it's in black on my rigger brush. Oh, that's too much. Okay, and just come over here and just some basic indications of where that puddle lies. It lies there, and this one too sort of lives there. You can even give some indication for that and just blur it off then there itself. And same thing over here too. Okay, something like that. And you can also blend them. And with whatever was left out on my angular brush, that is white color, I'll just come over here and just think of some shine to that puddle right over there, and some over here too, just with the edge of the brush, that just like that, and you can blend them. And some over there too, and just a touch over there. That same angular brush, I'll just go ahead and drop in some highlights to this land, but not too much. Okay, some over there and some over here too. Okay. Now it's some lime yellow on my number 2 fan brush. I'll come over here and just drop in some grass, leaving some of those underpainting intact. Okay, and I'll just take in a bit of black to indicate that separation. I've just tinted my lime yellow with some blue, cobalt blue. I'm just doing it like that. Okay, taking some black with that, more of blue with that. You can experiment with that, and maybe this will have more brightness. Okay, some more there too. I changed the direction of the brush for this, taking more of black and just indicate it there like that. So now it's some of that same color with more of, maybe more of black. I'll just come over here and indicate some highlights. You could even make use of the filbert brush. So now with a lot of lime yellow, I'll just come over here and just drop in some highlights again into this. Okay, like that. And there's maybe some over here too. Okay, some over there too. Okay, so now it's some lime yellow, cobalt blue, and some black, just a touch of black. Let's come over here and just drop in some texture of grass. Okay, something like that. And as I come to the foreground, load up more of that color and just go ahead with that, applying less pressure to get more texture. Okay, some over here too, just like that over there, just tapping it. And go over lightly there. Now it's enough that same color. I'll just go over here and pop out some extra things and take some black, and you get some darkness there too, and I'll go with that to create some interest and make them look very uneven. Don't follow any patterns, so make them uneven. And maybe I like that part and pop out over here just a bit there. There we go. Now with my filbert brush, I just taking some lime yellow and just indicate some highlights. Okay, some over there. And I'm doing that after ensuring that the whole part is dry. So maybe taking some black and just indicate some texture. Okay, something like that. And same over here too. I'll add in some texture first with a darker color. Okay, and just over here too. And cover up the branches there. So some grayish green color, I'll go over here and drop in some bushes just like that over there, and another one over there. And let's have another up over here just like that, and blur the bottom of that. With this, I conclude this painting. I hope you have enjoyed it, and thanks for watching.